What up, nerds? Welcome back to The Nerdy Narrative. My name is Leslie Smith, and today on the channel, I am looking for those of you out there, my friends who love a great crime thriller novel, specifically books about serial killers. I have another fantastic review for author Sam Barron for the FBI Susan Parker series. Today's review features the novel The Murder Club. It is out today from Storm Publishing, which huge thank you to Storm Publishing, who has continuously approved me on NetGalley to read the advanced copy of several of their books they've had coming out this year. I have come to trust them as a publisher because I've read so many books from them that have been 4 and 5-star reads. So thank you, Storm Publishing. I have a few more sitting on my Kindle that I'll be getting to soon. But back to The Murder Club by Sam Barron. So this book, and what I'm going to suspect is going to be the case for the entire series, can be read as a standalone. However, I would very much recommend that you start at the beginning for several reasons. The first reason being The Therapy Room, the first book in the series, was amazing, and that is why I have been looking on NetGalley every week waiting for the next book in the series to pop up. The second reason is I believe that the character introductions for Susan and her team were just a little bit better. You can get by in the second book without them. I just think it would make the reading experience just a little bit better. You're not going to pick up The Murder Club and feel lost, except for one tiny minor plot line in addition to it featuring Susan and her team. I believe that little minor plot line is going to be the thread that connects all of the books in this series. And while this minor plot line is just touched on briefly in The Murder Club, again, I think your reading experience will feel better if you read the first book, The Therapy Room, first. With that said, let's get into the review about The Murder Club. This is only the second book that I've read by Sam Barron, but both of these books were excellent. I enjoyed both of them, and it is my opinion based off these two books, Sam Barron has it figured out when it comes to writing an excellent crime thriller. The way that they're able to get the timing, the pacing dialed in to fit with the writing style just suits this genre to perfection. When I'm reading a crime thriller, I want my heart to be pounding, I want my blood to be racing, I want my eyes flying across that page, my fingers itching to turn to the next page to see what's going to happen, and Sam Barron does that to me. I almost read half the book the first time I opened it up. It's that good. I'm just addicted to this type of writing style. Enough of all that. Let's get into what The Murder Club is about. It's not local law enforcement or even the FBI that has discovered that a serial killer has made the Santa Clarita Valley his hunting ground. It's this murder club. They have somehow managed to identify and have begun stalking a serial killer by hacking into his own camera network. The only problem is the serial killer has figured out that they have done this, and now he's hunting them. The thing that made The Murder Club in particular so thrilling to me is because Sam Barron used factual information about serial killers in this book. After the first few chapters, I moved to a chair that was in the corner of a room so that my back was against the wall, nobody could get behind me, and I also went and checked my shower heads because there was a part in there where you're reading from the point of view of the serial killer, and the killer's like, people never look up. They never think to check their shower heads because why would a camera be in their shower head? Y'all, stuff like that. And the very first victim that readers come across was sitting on his deck reading his Kindle when he was killed. I mean, Sam Barron just made that personal. I loved being back with Susan Parker and her team of FBI agents, learning how they work together to solve cases. I always find that sort of thing very interesting. We don't spend a whole lot of time on character development because that's not the point of a crime thriller, in my opinion. We're wanting to focus on the killer and the case and them getting caught, not so much the characters. But the author does put in a few nuanced developments because these are characters we're going to continue to see as the series progresses. So while it's not something I am particularly looking for in this genre, it's still appreciated, and it draws me closer to this team because I'm just thinking to myself, I wonder how many books is going to be in this series. Their job involves a lot of danger. They're usually after extremely dangerous criminals. And when you like somebody and they find themselves in a dangerous situation, those feelings for those characters is going to make your heart rate spike a little more. It's going to have you more invested in the story. So I love that sort of thing. Sam Barron scored another home run hit for me with The Murder Club, even though Sam made me very uncomfortable with the constant reminders throughout this novel about how smart and clever, methodical, and masters of the art of disguise and blending in that serial killers are, and how almost all of us come in contact with 1 to 2 serial killers in our day-to-day lives. Y'all, this book had me creeped out, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. If you are a crime thriller junkie like me, you will absolutely love this series. The Therapy Room came out earlier this year. I will have it linked in the description below if you'd like to read the full book description, and also where you can pick up a copy, as well as The Murder Club, both in the FBI agent Susan Parker series. And now I just go back to looking at NetGalley every week, waiting for the next book in the series because I am about to die to see what happens. Plus, that little minor plot line I told y'all was the thread that goes throughout the series. It has to do with the death of Susan Parker's husband. Now, this death occurred before the first book even started, so that's not a spoiler. But she's convinced there's something hinky about that. I am convinced as well. And so with each installment, a few more things are revealed because she's kind of investigating that on the slide because it's supposedly a closed case. I can't wait to see what happens. That is going to do it for me today, y'all. That is my reading experience, all of my opinions about The Murder Club by Sam Barron. I really, really enjoyed this thriller, and if you're a crime thriller junkie, I think you might would too, which is the goal of sharing my reading experience, is helping the book find the right reader. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.